Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spellbound, A Darker Shade of Black. Get your copy today at your favorite online bookseller. I got some extremely troubling responses from black men to the Slauson Girl video I posted last night. Now, the Slauson Girl video I posted last night was one where she went out here and confronted a white male foreman about the fact that there were no black people working on a construction site building up a building in the predominantly black area of Crenshaw. And instead of supporting the sister who went out here and stood up for the brothers, what some black males went out here and said in the comment section was that why did that black woman go out here and confront that boss, and they wanted to go out here and say that, oh, those black men could have gone out here and applied for those jobs. Well, those brothers possibly could have applied for those jobs if they knew about them. And that's where your white supremacists go out here and play games with black people, because yes, they'll go out here and build in black communities, but what they do is keep black people from finding out the information that they need to know to go out here and apply for said jobs. Now, in order to go out here and develop in a neighborhood, what you have to do is you have to apply to the zoning board, and you have to apply with these politicians. And what's really sad about many in the black community is our black politicians, who are usually blue party, they go out here and these black bootlicks will approve many of these projects in black communities, but they won't go out of their way to make sure that tangible jobs go to black people. And as they're going out here and approving these projects, what they do is they work hand in hand with these developers and these construction companies to box out those brothers from being able to get these jobs. So they will go out here and follow the letter of the law as related to filing documents and posting things, but the whole thing is they violate the spirit of the law and make sure that there are no black men working on these jobs. So what they will do is they will file all the paperwork to make sure everything is on the up and up on the paperwork. But then what they will do is use the word minority to go out here and use this to discriminate against black men. So this is why you will see a lot of whites and non-blacks working on a project, because the black bootlick politician, he will go out here and make deals in order to enrich himself, and then they will go out here and hire minorities instead of black people. But you've got guys out here thinking, oh, why can't that black man go out here and apply for that job? Well, that black man can't apply for that job because they bury the information and make it where he doesn't have access to go out here and get access to that information. So if that black man is not somebody who is a part of a network where they tell him through word of mouth, what they do is make it where this black man never knows that a job is going on in that community. Now, the same commenter wanted to go out here and say, oh, why is that black woman asking those questions? Well, that sister is asking questions because this is somebody building in your community. This is somebody taking your tax dollars, and this is somebody taking your tax dollars and sending it to somebody else to go out here and get rich at your expense. When they go out here and they participate in these construction projects and build things in your community, these are your tax dollars. This is your revenue. This is money being taken out of your community, and it's being given to these whites and non-blacks so that they can go out here and live a good life in the suburbs at the expense of black people. And they're the ones who keep black men from being able to go to work and make that living. Now, they wanted to go out here and say, oh, these black men, they don't want to, they can't go out. They need to go out here and apply. Again, how can you apply if you don't know where the job is? And these people have a complete grip on the information on those jobs before they're even listed. So most of these jobs are already given to these subcontractors through word of mouth, and you're completely closed out on the process. So this is why this sister is asking that question. She's asking that question because this is a predominantly black area in Los Angeles, and those black people have been pushed out of their community. I mean, Kid Organic has talked about how black people have been pushed out of South Central, and now they're pushing you out of Crenshaw because what they're doing is going out here and having the black bootlick approve the project, and then they go out here, give him a little money on the side, and then box you out of the job market, and that's how you get kept out of the economy. And again, you have black men out here who can do these jobs, and they can go out here and build in their own communities, but they're being denied an opportunity by this passive-aggressive discrimination, where passively they talk diversity and talk about minorities, but aggressively they participate in anti-black racism by denying those black men an opportunity to apply for those jobs, and deny them an opportunity to go out here and make that living. Now, some other commenters wanted to say, oh, that if you shouldn't even hire black men because black men don't have a work ethic. And I'm going to have to call bullshit on that, because black people should not be out here elevating people of other races above ourselves. I mean, yes, there are black males who come from single mother households, but those black males can be made job ready, and they can be made to go out here and do this kind of work. And I believe many of these young brothers out here would be eager to go out here and do that kind of work if they knew about it. So sitting up here and elevating Mexicans and non-blacks above black men and saying, oh, they go out here and they've got these skills. No, they don't really have those skills like you think they do. I mean, Mad Voodoo Man, aka the Iceman, has talked about this extensively, about how many people think that, Mexicans and these non-blacks have all of these great construction skills before they come over here. But a lot of times when these guys get hired as subcontractors, they go out here and do extremely shoddy work, and then they have to go out here and hire another contractor to go clean up the mess that many of these guys make, because a lot of these guys go out here and participate in shortcuts, and because they make shortcuts, the project isn't on code, and the project doesn't meet the codes as related to fire safety, electrical safety, water safety, and the project winds up going in the red because they go out here and hire one of these subcontractors who, he worked on doing the sheetrock and stuff, but his stuff isn't up to code because he works for a cheaper price, but the work isn't quality. So that's something that a lot of people don't know about these Mexican and non-black contractors. A lot of them, they will work for cheap, but their work isn't quality. And again, a lot of people want to sit there and say, oh, a black man's work isn't quality. And again, that's the white supremacist out here in the black man's mind, making him believe that he's inferior, and making him believe that, oh, a black man's work is less than, when a black man's work is of equal quality to that of a white or a non-black person, and that black person needs to be given an opportunity to show that they can go out here and do the work by merit, not be denied because people buy into stereotypes about black men. Now, another viewer wanted to say, oh, many of these black males couldn't go out here and do this work because they don't have, again, any sort of work ethic. And again, black men do have a work ethic. I myself have a work ethic that many people want to go out here and dismiss. I mean, I've written over 80 books, and if that doesn't show work ethic, I don't know what does. And I know that there are a lot of young brothers out here who do have work ethic, and again, they have just as much a work ethic as any Mexican or any other white or non-black person, and all they need to do is be allowed to have that opportunity to go out here and prove that they can go out here and work at high quality. This is a stereotype that has been projected onto black men, and I remember working at a law firm back in 2002, and I had this same stereotype projected onto me. Oh, you're not doing anything. Again, this is something that many racists love to do. They love to project the idea, oh, the black man is lazy. The black man doesn't want to work. Meanwhile, you will have Mexicans, non-blacks, and whites who are actually very lazy, and they'll give them a pass because they have bought into old stereotypes from the antebellum South regarding black people being lazy and shiftless. And that's not the case at all. Sometimes a brother is taking a break because they just got through doing a lot of work. Sometimes a brother is out here analyzing a situation and attacks to make sure that it can be done in the most effective fashion. But you have racists who want to see a black man on his knees groveling and begging for a job, and a black man so filled with fear that he basically jumps up and starts moving the minute he sees a white or a non-black person. And what's really scary is you've got brothers out here buying into these stereotypes and projecting them onto themselves and believing that, oh, a black man is less than and not able to go out here and do this kind of work. And they want to say, oh, these black men come from single mother households, so this in some way impedes their ability to go out here and be able to work. And this is why they shouldn't be a part of their economy in their own community. And again, I have to call bullshit on that, because there are a lot of lazy white guys, a lot of lazy Mexican guys, a lot of lazy Arab guys, but yet they are allowed to go out here and work on a construction site in a black community, and they're allowed to go out here and take money out of your community and be able to go out here and live a middle class lifestyle. But the black males, they're not supposed to go out here and go get one of these jobs, and they're not supposed to go out here and make a living. And again, that's just, again, complete nonsense to me, because why shouldn't those black men who are citizens of this country get an opportunity to go out here and be able to go out here and get that job? I mean, that's a critical question I want to ask many of you brothers out here. Why shouldn't that black man who we call a Pookie, who's sitting on the corner, get that same opportunity to go out here and learn construction? I mean, why shouldn't Pookie go out here and be able to learn how to go out here and mix some mortar or carry some bags of cement like many of the Mexican guys do? Why can't he go out here and get that type of job? I mean, you got lazy Mexican guys who can go out here and get that job, and people will give him a pass, but Pookie and Ray Ray, they can't go out here and get that job and be able to start learning the basics, because you have to learn how to start carrying those loads to start, and then learn how to mix the mortar. Then you learn other things like how to put the rebar into the cement and rake the cement. Then you learn other different skills. I mean, all these other guys, they can go out here and they can go out here and learn this, but a black man, he's not supposed to go out here and learn this. But what's really sad to me is that we've got black folks who've learned a mindset to learn how to devalue ourselves and say that we are lazy, basically projecting what the white supremacist projects onto us, instead of saying, hey, this is our community, these are our tax dollars, and if you're going to go out here and build buildings in our community, then our people need to be working on this job first, because we are the residents of this community. We are the ones who are paying taxes in this community, and we deserve to have those tangibles brought to us in terms of jobs. We deserve those tangibles as related to what we go out here and are investing in. We deserve to have those tangibles brought back to us. That's what many black people don't really see, how we're selling ourselves short by saying, oh, these guys don't want to work, these guys are lazy, they don't really want to learn anything. I mean, no, that these guys can go out here and learn, but the whole thing is we don't have an empowerment mindset that says, okay, we need to go out here and take care of our people, and we need to go out here and make sure that our people are out here getting the jobs that we pay taxes for in this community. Because we have 3.3 trillion in cash and credit flowing out of our community, and sadly we've got black folks who think, oh, other people can go out here and do the work that we could do for ourselves. And again, that construction site, that's an embarrassment to us, because that whole construction site was approved possibly by a black politician on a zone, and black people on a zoning board. And as those bootlicks went out here and got their money, they left the residents of that black community without employment. Now that wouldn't happen in a Hispanic community or an Asian community or a white community or even an Arab community. No, they would be saying, if you want to go out here and build in our community, you're going to use our construction people, contractors, you're going to use our laborers, and we're going to get something tangible in return for you building on property in our community. But black folks, we want to go out here and make excuses by saying, oh, these guys come from single mother households. Well, I worked with a lot of people who people considered unemployable when I was working at the Strive Job Readiness Workshop. I worked with a lot of the Pookies, a lot of the Ray Rays, a lot of the Bobbies and guys from the block, and we got them job ready in 3 weeks. And in 3 weeks, we had guys ready to go out here and learn how to go out here and be work ready and have a work ethic. So we had brothers who were ready to go out here and do the job, and there are lots of brothers out here, if you gave them the information and you gave them an opportunity, they would be able to go out here and start making a living. But many of these white supremacists, they don't want us to go out here and make that living, because they want to go out here and believe, oh, this Mexican will go out here and do this work cheaper. Oh, he'll be more obedient. But the whole thing is, a lot of these guys do stuff under the table, and a lot of these guys do stuff passive aggressive. But you'll have black people sitting there thinking, oh, he's got a better work ethic, he knows how to do different things. No, you can learn how to do the exact same thing, and a foreman would teach you how to do the exact same things on these jobs, because a lot of times on these jobs you start out as a laborer carrying the bags of cement, wheelbarrowing the rocks, shoveling the stuff, and then you start learning how to mix the cement and work with the rebar. Then you start learning how to do different types of tasks like hanging the sheetrock and doing the electrical. You learn all of these different trades. We learn them by hand, working as an apprentice. And again, these opportunities, these are denied to black men, especially heterosexual black men, because they know that these jobs are good paying jobs. Moreover, they know that once you get these skills in the trades, you can go out here and start your own business. And that's what they want to deny brothers, that opportunity to go out here and make a living. And sadly, you got many black men who don't understand that this is done deliberately to black people. It is done to make us think that, oh, our black men, they're not capable of going out here and putting in work. But I know that there's lots of brothers out there capable of putting in work. And if they were given an opportunity, yeah, there are some slackers in the black community. There are some guys who just want to smoke weed and look at their phones. But there's Mexican guys who be looking at their phones and going out here and slacking off. I'm not going to go out here and give them a pass and say that they work better, because I know that black men are capable of doing better for themselves. I know that black men can go out here and do this work, and I know black men can go out here and bring tangible money back to their community and go out here and participate in the economy if given a chance, because we have to stop selling ourselves short, because again, this is our community, and the sad part is, in our community we don't really own any of the businesses, because many of us are spellbound and bought into the ideas from white supremacists that, oh, we can just go out here and we don't want to work. No, we're lazy. I mean, I've even had this told to me by my own family, and I said, no, I do want to work, and I want to go out here and put in some work. But the whole thing is, it's hard to work when nobody wants to hire you, when people project stereotypes onto you, when people say, oh, this guy's got no experience. Meanwhile, your Juan, your Sancho, your Hassan, they don't have any experience, but they're allowed to go out here and work. And again, that's all due to a perception based in racism and old stereotypes, because nobody wants to go out here and say that Juan and Sancho and Hassan aren't lazy. No, they say that, oh, those guys are going to be hard workers by just looking at them. But the black man, like myself, they want to say, oh, he comes from a single mother household. Oh, he's not going to have a good work ethic. No, Mexicans come from single mother households. Arabs and Indians come from single mother households. But the perception is, oh, they're good workers. But the black man, he's supposed to be the guy who's lazy and not really trying. And again, I have run into this kind of racism, and this type of racism comes from people who really do not know black people. And these type of people sadly get us to not know ourselves, because black people were the ones who built this country, and there's no excuse that we can't go out here and work in construction and build in our own communities once more. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up some of my positive black fiction and nonfiction on the SJS Direct imprint, like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the John Haynes series, the books of the Spinsterella trilogy, and my men's issues books, you can find all those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them at other online booksellers like Barnes & Noble, Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spinsterella. Discover the dark side of love in this goth and lovely romance with Spinsterella. Get Spinsterella in paperback and e-readers at your favorite online bookseller today.